So this video right here, I'm here to talk to you guys about, once again, the 2025 recession that we are in. For those that's in touch with reality, because a lot of people is out of touch with reality, and a lot of people is pretending that this is not existing. Now, I get it. Everybody creates their own reality, bro. You know? The rich get richer through the toughest times. Meanwhile, the people that are quote-unquote struggling will continue to struggle because they don't know what to do with their income. You know? I was just watching a video not too long ago about boomer parents, and a lot of them only knew how to use their money to take care of necessities, right? Or to take care of the things that they had to take care of, but they never knew how to make their income work for them. You know, make their income bring in more money. And a lot of people are not taught that for a reason. It is literally by design. It is so that people can stay workers, right? They can continue to be employees for these jobs. And I start to feel like, damn, bro, like this might hurt a little bit. But I start to feel like having a job is like having somebody, quote unquote, try to take care of you because you need the money, but they have so much power over you because you can't really speak your mind much, and you can't tell them how much you want to make, or, you know, you got to ask somebody for a day off or for vacation time or all this extra stuff, and they can just get rid of you whenever they want. You know, it's no real control when working a W-2 as opposed to being an entrepreneur. And don't get me wrong, like, both is tough, you know? Both is tough, but I would choose being an entrepreneur over W-2 any day, you know? Because y'all already know I did both, you know what I'm saying? But right now I'm at a W-2, but I'm going to still keep grinding on my YouTube channel, you know, trying to reach the masses, trying to reach the masses, trying to make it on this platform, and that's all I can do. I got to keep my foot on the gas, you know? So, I do want to say thank you to anybody that's new, anybody that's a returning supporter. If this is your first time to my YouTube channel, all I ask is something simple. Is just subscribe if you want to. Give the video a thumbs up if you end up gaining something from it. And if you want to help it get on the YouTube algorithm, because YouTube is algorithm based. And please leave a comment below so that I can engage with you guys in the comment section. All right. Now, I typed in 2025 inflation, recession, and jobs being replaced by AI. So that's what I typed in ChatGPT. I asked for it to create me a long YouTube script for the channel and keep the viewer engaged. And I said we have more people to wake up. So, as you guys can see from the title, 2025 inflation, recession, and AI replacing jobs. Wake up before it's too late. All right. What's up, family? Welcome back to TC Talks, where we talk about the truth they don't want you to know. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we speak on the real issues, financial freedom, mindset, and breaking free from the matrix. And today, we need to talk about what's happening in 2025. Inflation, the recession, and how AI is wiping out jobs faster than ever before. This ain't just a regular video. This is a wake-up call. Because if you're not paying attention, you're going to be left behind. And I refuse to let that happen to my people. The state of the world of 2025. Let's be real. Everything is getting more expensive. On my fault. This is part one, y'all. Everything is getting more expensive. Groceries, gas, rent, bills, it's all going up, but your paycheck's still the same. Now, let me tell y'all this before I continue. Let me please express this to y'all. So, they gave us, back in April, they gave us a $1.40 raise, right? Whatever. But this is what I say, bro. These jobs are despicable, bro. They it's a slap in the face, basically. So they gave us $1.40 raise, right? So I was making $19.33 before, and now I'm making $20.77. So, whatever. My math could be a little bit off, but it don't matter. Regardless of the fact they gave us a raise that's not livable, right? Okay. So I get paid yesterday, and my check is the exact same amount as what I got paid 2 weeks ago. And I said, wow, what was the point of the raise? Like, it had me, I thought I was going to make a little bit more because of the raise. Nope. Same check. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. Take care of what I take care of, right? And I'm just like, this is diabolical. Like, why won't they make the minimum wage out here in the city of New York? Why they won't just make it like 30 an hour, 35 an hour, 40 an hour? Because the cost of living is extreme. My rent alone is $1,700 and some change a month. That's just my rent. I'm not talking about Con Edison. I'm not talking about me having to eat. I'm not talking about my phone bill and stuff. I'm talking about just rent. So yeah, these jobs don't care about us. But it's not. I definitely read this. I definitely read this from somebody. It's not the jobs. It's not their responsibility to care about the people, you know. And this is why you don't want to put all of your faith into a job, because they're only going to care about the profits. They're not going to care about your well-being and what you got to take care of. They don't. As long as you show up to work, that's all they care about. But anyway, you work harder, but living check to check. You grinding just to survive. That's because inflation is destroying your buying power. What $100 could buy in 2020 can't even get you half of that in 2025. Now combine that with the silent recession. Yeah, they don't want to call it that, but let's call it what it is. Layoffs, business closures, people drowning in debt. Credit card balances are at all-time highs, rent is unaffordable, and don't get me started on how many people can't even afford a simple emergency. But while the average person is struggling, corporations, they're thriving. They're laying off people and replacing us with AI. They're cutting costs and increasing profits. And where the cost they're cutting. That's what I got to always realize. Like, the employee is always the cost, like the highest cost, because they have to pay you. So if they can get rid of as many employees as they can and replace you with a robot that does not need to get paid, just imagine how much money these companies are going to make. Just imagine, you know? Part 2, AI is taking over jobs. Have y'all been paying attention? AI is coming for everything. Customer service, gone. Truck drivers, replaced, because they definitely have automated trucks. They definitely have trucks that's driving themselves. I've seen it. Writers, designers, editors, even coders. AI is doing it faster, cheaper, and without taking lunch breaks. This is what I told y'all in my last video. ChatGPT can literally write you a book in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It can create you a website. It can create you a thumbnail. It can create you a YouTube script, a YouTube video. It can create you what you need to be created in less time. So just imagine how many videos I can make with ChatGPT in a full day for the YouTube channel. And just read it, do what I got to do on iMovie, and post a video. That's crazy. You walk into McDonald's, there's no cashier. Now, I don't know about that. There's definitely some cashiers at McDonald's, but not as much. You call your bank, a robot picks up. You apply for jobs, and AI filters you out before a human even sees your resume. They told us to go to school, get a job, but they didn't tell us those jobs will be obsolete by the time we finish paying off student loans. We're not in the industrial age anymore. We're not even in the information age. We're in the automation. We're in the automation age, and only the aware will survive. Yo, that is deep. Only the aware will survive. Part 3, the real agenda, control. This isn't by accident. Inflation, recession, job cuts, rising debt, it's all a part of the system to keep you enslaved to the paycheck. The system is not designed to help you win. It's designed to distract you, exhaust you, and keep you dependent. They want you stuck in survival mode where you don't have time to think about your purpose. They want you arguing online, watching sports, scrolling TikTok while they're planning how to phase you out. Please listen to this, y'all. Oh my gosh, bruh. I'm going to screenshot this because some of y'all is not going to listen to this, bro. Y'all need to listen to this. Okay? Let me say this one more time. They want you stuck in survival mode where you don't have time to think about your purpose. They want you arguing online, watching sports, scrolling TikTok while they're planning how to phase you out. This ain't conspiracy, it's strategy. Wake up. We are living in a modern day plantation. Yo, bro. It's like it's like ChatGPT is telling y'all the real. Like, I be telling y'all the same thing, but I didn't write this script. ChatGPT wrote it, and it's just the truth. And the chains, they're digital now. Part 4, what you need to do now. Family, listen to me. If you want to survive what's coming, you have to think differently. This is not the time to play small. It's the time to build, learn skills, create income streams, take back your mind. You need to invest into yourself, your mindset, your health, your energy. You need to learn about money. Stop being a slave to it and start mastering it. You need to start that business, build that brand, even if it's small, even if it's just a side hustle. Own something. You need to retain your energy. Stop giving your life force away to distractions and lust. This is where semen retention comes in. Tap into your power. You need to surround yourself with warriors, people who want more out of life, people who aren't afraid to break the system. Because I promise you, in the next 5 years, it's going to be 2 types of people. Those who adapted and built wealth, and those still waiting for the government to save them. Yo, that is crazy. Like, some people might get offended from this video. Some people might sit there and really pay attention to what's going on. Like, you have to see life for what it is, bro. There's been so many people that they gave literally their life, their one life that they get to live on this planet, bro. We on a floating rock just doing stuff. This one life, they gave it all to a company. To get what? To get a pension that they feel like it's going to hold them over when the cost of living is probably 20 times more than what it was back in the days. They gave their life to a company that don't care about them. It's crazy. This is why you got to do your own thing. Because when you're doing your own thing, you're at least giving yourself a chance. You're at least putting yourself out there. Yeah, you could make the money from the job, but don't let that be your only source of income. Don't let it be the only. Why? Because they can cut your hours. They could take overtime away from you. They could do whatever they want because you don't own it. You don't own the job, bro. That's what I be reminding myself every day. I don't own this company. I'm here helping them get rich. How much? I had somebody else ask me this question. How much you think the company makes in an hour off of your labor? You making $20.77 after before taxes. How much you think they making in that hour just off of you? I'm like, yo, that's true. Like, that's crazy work. Because they was like, you got to reverse engineer. You got to start asking yourself that question. This is why I tell myself every day, do your own thing, man. You have to do your own thing. Because you never know, bro. One day in life, I could be making just as much as I make from this job. I could be making that on YouTube. You never know. We live in a world full of endless possibilities. But so many people limit themselves, bro. You don't want to limit yourself in a world that is limitless. And I'm not saying, oh, there's something wrong with working a job. No. What I'm saying is don't give your life to the job. Do your own thing, bro. At this point in time in my life, I tell you this all the time, bro. Like, your stocks can outpace what you make per day at your job. So if you get paid $20 an hour, right? And you don't get no overtime, so you just work a regular 8-hour day, you're making $160 in a day. Then you take taxes away from that. It's more so like 140 or 130, whatever. You can make that in the stock market for a fact. For a fact. That's the skill. That's the trade. You're learning a skill that can pay you. Okay? That's all I'm saying to y'all. All right, here's part 5. This is the end of the video. If you're still watching, it means you're one of the chosen few who's ready to wake up. Don't let this just be another video. Let this be the start of your new life. You got the power inside of you to break free, to build, to lead. Subscribe, like, and drop a comment below saying I'm awake if you're ready to break out the matrix with me. And if you want to go deeper, join my free Discord Join my Telegram community. We are building a new reality together. This is Terrence Carter, and I'm here to remind you, freedom starts in the mind. Let's get it. So, that was just another amazing, great video for y'all. I'm pretty sure you guys see what's going on. Like I said, the recession of 2025 is definitely here. People need to be aware of what's going on. Stop thinking that job security is real, because it is not. I don't care how long you worked at this job. I don't care if you've been there your whole entire life, 25, 30 years. I don't care, bro. It's not real. It's not real. Okay? Anything can happen. But I do want to say thank you if you stayed throughout this whole entire video. I love you. I appreciate y'all. Just like I said, once again, if y'all want to, y'all can subscribe. If not, life goes on. I'm just a young, melanated man trying to make it on this YouTube platform, and I know that it's a grind. So, give the video a thumbs up, please. That will help out a lot. Check out my other videos as well. And let's keep growing and evolving. All right? It's your boy, Terrence Carter, TC Talks, TC Fitness. Also, keep on retaining your energy. Take back your power, all right? And I'll be back at it with some more videos for y'all.